Hello. Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to our technically February 3 episode of our daily stock market insights. We are going to review your stocks in the Philippine stock market. And yeah, I've invited some of our friends in Instagram, so let's wait for a little while before they start joining us. And well, technically, I don't really expect a lot of viewers. If there are some people who join, that would be great, but I'll just proceed with um, reviewing, of course, the ones we've already outlined. Well, there was a request earlier from our previous post, and I can prioritize that. And then from there, I can proceed with just sorting the highly traded stocks, and then we'll work our way downwards. Okay. But for now, let's just wait for a few more joiners if we have people who are still awake at this hour. I bet people from overseas are definitely awake. Hi, Richard. Good morning. You're still awake. Now go ahead and drop a comment if you'd like me to review your stock. I can prioritize that. We have all the time in today's world while people are asleep or still awake. Well, I'm just going to go to my post last weekend because I think her name was Hazel. She requested for, let me just go back to that. Hmm. Checking. There. She wanted us to review ABS, GMA 7, DMC, JGS, and AXLM. Okay, so I have to uh, take note of that and I will prioritize that. Control V. Do you think KPPI is about to make a bounce? Right. So let's check KPPI first. Okay. Let's see. Start with KPPI. By the way, how's my audio? Is my audio okay? hmm. I feel that even though this did not reach our line here, I feel that we are about to face a bounce for KPPI. So let's just stick to this area as support. Just one moment, let me plot that because I have a feeling the price will still fluctuate around the same area before it continues to bounce. So let me just remove this because it looks like it has already created somehow started to create a stabilization around the 9.52 level, and this is the nearest support that we can see. And I feel that in the coming days we will be facing some more bullish movements. So just in case the market gives you a chance around 9.52, that would be the best entry price at the moment. The reason why I said that this is the area of possible bounce already because notice this used to be a support, and you also had some uh, days when, yeah, over here too, right? So these are the days when uh, each time the price hits that area there's a bounce that's happening. So I feel that we have tested that support already, and then most of the action in the coming days will be more bullish. Yep. Okay, nice. Thank you for validating. Okay, so that is our insight for KPPI. Uh, the next would be ABS, and this one is from Hans Concepcion. So, like Hans, guys, uh, I know I'm not very consistent in my live, so just go ahead and drop a comment on my latest video or whatever video you're watching. Just drop a comment, and then I can definitely prioritize that in my daily insights. Okay, so this one is for Hans. She requested ABS, GMA7, DMC, JGS, and AXLM. So let me go ahead and start reviewing that. So the first one is ABS. Okay, all right, interesting. So looks like, yes, for me, this is already a bounce for ABS, and I plot this area as the support. And this is a really nice candlestick that we had here um, for February 3. This is what we call an thing, wherein price started almost at the same area and then it ended much higher than Friday's candlestick. That means we are more bullish now. What we needed for this stock is really just to have more volume, because um, while it's true that there's a bullish ending in today's market, your volume is still not that much. Therefore, this is just like few, right? Let me open that. So that, see, we only had 77 trades. So this is still very, I'd say, very shaky, because what if out of that 77 you had 20, okay? Let's say 10 of that came from one person and another 20 trades came from another trader. So it does not mean that in the 77 trades there are 77 people who traded. So one person can have multiple trades. So imagine if that one person has um, a lot of volume, then the moment he exits the trade, then it can drastically pull down the price. So still very unstable. What we wanted to happen here is that we want to have more volume. So if you want to trade this stock, I suggest probably enter around 16.43, and then make sure to closely monitor this and just practice stop loss. Okay, at least you now know where the nearest support is in for this particular stock. GMA7, GMA7. Okay, all right. This is a promising formation for GMA7 as well. Um, in this area, we've seen a consolidation right here, also previous support here, and then yeah, it landed almost at the same area. So I'd say we are also currently sitting at a possible support for GMA7, and hopefully it does not break down in price anymore. But if you want to give it a try overall, okay, you're just sitting at a yeah, a strong support at the moment. If it breaks down, then it's not a good story, because the next possible support that we see would be around 5.16 level. Okay, so at a glance you'd notice this. So consolidation here, and likewise in this area. But currently this is the level where we had this support resistance, and then it became a support here, and then it became a resistance once again here. So once we moved above that line, then when it revisits that, your previous resistance will now become your support. Okay, so that's GMA7. DMC. Let's check out DMC. Oh, that's really nice. Thanks, Richard. Great. I think I'm learning from watching your videos. I was able to see that bounce. Awesome. Awesome. So you were able to get in. I hope you were able to get in at a really low price. You know what's interesting? The other day, I forgot his name. He requested. So this is an interesting part before I continue. So Tesla, right? I hope. So on my way home, I was just reviewing stocks from the US market. I'm not sure if this was last January 29th or last week, but someone requested for me to review Tesla, Facebook, Apple, and I said, I think Tesla is just soaring high because of that news I read about that company where they want to expand and they really innovate their offerings. So look where it is at now. There was uh, gap up, a gap up that happened. So I have a feeling this will just continue to soar higher. Anyway, so going back, yeah, just I hope you continue to watch our videos. Just get the best practices. And I recommend that when you watch the video before the market opens, you go back to the same video and then see which of our insights are accurate and only get those best practices. And I know we're not 100% perfect and try to troubleshoot probably which parts should you not follow. Make sense? So yep, that's it. Yeah, let's continue now. DMC. DMC. Oops, what happened? Okay, clicked. Okay, let's check out DMC. So for those who have not subscribed to our channel yet, I highly recommend that you subscribe and then hit that notification bell so you're also updated whenever I go live. And I know my time zone is really awkward, but yeah, but I hope you can support our channel so we can start growing this network and we can inspire some more people to invest in the stock market. Okay, so the next one would be DMC. DMC is, I would say, this is still currently, I'd say it is still trying to create a stabilization within the area. Now, okay, so I would have to say, because there are several days, like 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight that we ended within just the same range. So I feel that this might go sideways first, right? But closely monitor this because if most of the actions are starting to trigger below the 5.96 line, I would have to say it's possible that the downtrend is not over yet. But if we start to move just within the range 5.96 or higher, then that would mean we're just trying to create as much stronger support within the area before it continues to move up higher. Okay, so 5.96, just monitor that. JGS. Okay, so I'd say JGS. Let me see first this one. Do we have a much higher? Okay, see that? The lowest point is still much lower than this January 17 lowest point. So this means that while the price is moving downwards, your RSI is also losing control in terms of momentum. So I feel that we might have some more downward movements in the coming days. And let us see if it is going to be near. Okay, let's check out the weekly chart. Hmm. Um, I don't feel good because we might end up around 64.58 here. Okay, I don't see this doing sideward movements or sideways movement in the coming days yet. We might have some more bearish uh, actions in the coming days. Next possible support, and we are now in the weekly chart. If you zoom out um, in your back testing, you'd see a much clearer picture sometimes when you go on a much wider or longer time frame. For instance, if the fluctuations of the price are too noisy on a daily chart, just zoom out on a weekly or even monthly. So right away we were able to determine the overall sentiment in a weekly chart. So we feel that it will potentially go down further and test your 64.48 level before it continues to move up. The reason why we said that it is going to be around that level is because we found this. Okay, this used to be a resistance and then some stabilization right here. So previous support became a resistance when that line got broken, and then chances are it will revisit your 64.48. Now let's take a look at AXLM. AXLM, we're also still on a weekly chart, but that's not a good one. We might have, okay, let me just go to the daily chart. Okay, so I have a feeling that it will continue to dip, and that should be around 252. Let me see if we're right. Yes, 2.52, 2.53, that will be around that level. 2.55. All right, so let's see if we will officially have a bounce in that area. Okay, hi. So is this Bell? You would like us to review Bell? Okay, let's take a look at Bell then. Bell. There's a tiny green here on a weekly chart. Okay, so let's see. Although this is just one candlestick, but I'd say we might face a possible bounce soon. You know why? Let's check this out. Price was moving downwards, right? But when you just take a look at your RSI over here, so you're now gaining momentum. People are showing interest. So what we need here, like what I mentioned about ABM, we need more volume. We only had 50 trades here, so this is still a bit shaky. So hopefully we have more people enter here. But just looking at your price level, comparing it with your RSI, this is an example of a bullish divergence, meaning while the price was moving downwards, you're now showing people are showing interest in this stock. So we are now overall in the oversold level. But then again, when the price was dipping further, more people are starting to buy shares. So probably wait for some stabilization around this area if you'd like. I don't see, unless they're, group of friends who'd put a lot of volume here, then you'd experience a sudden jump in the price. Unless people show interest, it might just stay flat. Like what happened here for the longest time. It just stayed flat here. Okay, so I have a feeling it might stabilize first before it kicks off. There. And Oops. So let's continue with all the other stocks here. Let me know if the audio is okay or if you're experiencing some lag. Okay, so we can troubleshoot. In the meantime, let me go ahead and check out the other stocks that we have here. Okay, so just in case you'll be watching this post our live stream, just go ahead and drop a comment so that in my review tomorrow, I can prioritize your request. All right. Wow, interesting. There are so many people still awake at this hour. Okay, so Don Pulube, hi, Abba, and UBP, please. Okay, let me do that. Let's take a look at Abba. I still had the energy because I had coffee around 9 in the evening. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at ABBA. Okay, so ABBA is starting to show some signs of recovery here. You had foreign buying, okay, 220 share trades. Now, it might create a support in the level where it is at right now. But overall, see, um, this is not, I'd say, we should not be very complacent yet, okay? Because sometimes you'd see something like this and then it still continues to dip. Normally, the rule of thumb I follow here is that when, for example, this, let's refer to this candlestick, I can only say that we are now bouncing officially if in the next 3 days, so this is day one, probably tomorrow is day two, and then Wednesday is day three. Within the next 3 days, meaning up until Wednesday, we should have a candlestick that should end much higher than, how much is this? Much higher than 0.86. That means it should engulf this red candlestick. Only then can this is now going to rest. So let's first check out this level. Okay, this is the next possible area of retracement. So when it retraces, there are different points, right? Remove, yeah. So if you'd like, you can use a Fibonacci retracement tool, as it will measure the next possible area of bounce. Now, so that's what we see at the moment. But let's see if it is accurate when we plot our Fibonacci retracement over here, and then move all the way up here. There. Amazing. So we got it right. This is very, very close. But let me just go ahead and remove what the initial line we plotted. Okay, so this is how you go about it. So these lines that you see here, if you feel that the price is about to retrace or drop, use this, refer to these lines as possible areas of bounce. Okay, so the next possible area where it could potentially bounce would be 61.96. Now, if that gets broken, the next area would be this level, and then this level, and then the lowest point would be back to your MA20 line. See how powerful the MA20 is. So go ahead, do a screenshot if you like, but that's what we see at the moment. Overall, my sentiment towards UBP is that it will rest for a while. We do not know yet where it could potentially bounce. Could be the 0.236 level or 0.382, and the lowest would be 0.618 level. Okay. Wow. Hi, cutie. Good morning, Koj. Ali, please. Okay, sure, definitely. Ali. Okay. Same. So notice we do not exactly hit the MA20 line here, but I'd say respects your MA20 level. Notice also the same look here. You did not exactly touch your MA20 line, but as you go nearer the MA20 line, people are starting to show hesitation. They don't want to. Right, next. So we had SSI. Oops, I hope you heard everything I said. So just to quickly recap, I see that my connection got interrupted. So our overall take for Ali is that it will potentially dip further and you might have some lower lows in the coming days. Okay, so right here, 38 level. Previously, okay, we saw this. This is an area of support. So it will test that again, most likely when it dips further. Okay, so right now, this is the current situation. I feel that it will go down further. And next would be SSI. SSI, oh no. Okay, so there's no sign yet. So notice, price is much lower now. And then your RSI is also much lower. And with this kind of formation, that means we will potentially have some more dips in the coming days. Downtrend is not over yet. Where could it possibly revisit? Okay, 1.81. Wow, that's deep. Okay, but at least, we don't sugarcoat here. We just communicate or articulate what we see in the chart. So this is an obvious sign. Previously, there was a consolidation that happened here, and we're very near that. Therefore, the next possible area it will revisit would be the 1.81, 1.80, around that level. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I noticed. But were you able to hear, Marco? Were you able to hear the insights for Ali? Just let me know if I need to repeat. Okay, so let me just do that. Ali, I'd say chill for now. Do not enter yet because there are some more movements in a downward direction. We feel that we might even have a lower low in the coming days. So downtrend might not be over at this point. So next would be Mac. Okay, interesting. Looks like, okay, so still, it's just almost at the same level, but slightly higher. Okay, so I feel that we might just stabilize within the area first. So in case the market gives you a chance in this level, this is always my problem. Okay. So in case, because notice this is what's good with the situation right now. There's a significant increase in the volume. That means people might start to show interest in this stock. So let's use this as our support. All right, we might have some more support in this level. 8.99 or 9 flat would be a good area to start accumulating volume. This was a resistance previously over here. Do you see that? back in the week of August 2. So yep, we can probably start monitoring this. If you don't want to get in right away, just at least start putting this. You may put this in your watch list. Okay, thanks for informing, Marco. Okay, so I'm glad I was able to prioritize your requests, and I'm really happy that you're still awake. I have someone with me um, while I review these stocks. Feels good. So far, we've started the year right. We've consistently monitored the movement of the market since January 1st, and the goal is for us to do this every single day. Even if I'm not going live, at least I record and then I show these to you guys. Okay, so let me continue. If you don't have any request, I'd like to sort our stocks and just go along with me. Okay, I am now sorting it from the highest to the lowest. Okay, until wherever we reach. Okay, so MWC. MWC. Uh, oh yeah. So I still feel that there is still a big chance that it will revisit the 10 pesos level, 10 peso area. Okay, so where you currently have your MA20 line. So I don't really feel good about what happened in today's market for MWC. I bet a lot of newbies again were victimized by this. There was a gap up that happened. People were hyping this over the weekend, different perspectives, and then it pushed the price higher. Okay, and then what happened here? I bet this happened last minute. Hi, what happened? Let me just launch this again because the time frame got lost. Okay. I don't really feel good when I see that because I was, you know, looking at the chart whenever I had break time earlier, and I saw at one point that there was like early in the day, it was very bullish, and then only to discover that now it's red. Not good. See? It just even lasted for 30 minutes. 9:30 to 10. Oh, so it started here. Where? Where did it start? Probably it started here. Okay. So in a 15-minute chart, let's see in an hour chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it started actually here. See, the first 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, so you had 2 hours to think. So if you entered right here and then you saw this, you could have already exited. But for those people who have entered here last week, you could have already taken profit because that was a significant jump. Let's say you entered right here. That was a good 35%. So good job to those people who entered last week and took profit today. But for those people who have entered here, I hope you also cut your losses. Notice whenever you have, always remember that whenever you have a gap up, this price will be revisited. So in this case, chances are you will have some more movements movements in a downward direction. Okay, do you see that? More bearish actions that will happen here because definitely this gap up will be filled. So it will do that, and then because we have MA20 line here, chances are it will revisit that. Okay. MBT. I hope you've also watched our videos over the weekend. Okay. We're now oversold. Okay. So that's one, but it does not guarantee or it does not suggest right away that you can enter. So my recommendation here is wait for a green candlestick to come out first, because we might, with this kind of bearish movement past 3 days, showing us a sell-off, heavy sell-off, and then there's still big volume that's selling. Okay, so I feel that we might have some more bearish actions in the coming days. So let's wait first for at least the green candlestick to come out, and then let's evaluate, see if we now have a change in direction. But for now, I don't think so. We might dip some more. Tech, oh nice, we have a bounce for tech. This is a bounce, obvious bounce. Okay, so I feel with 23.6% increase, I feel that some people will take profit. Okay, some people will take profit, and then might probably give you another chance at the 8.74 level. So if you can get in as near as you can, to as near as you can, here. Okay, enter near MA20 level. So that's a good area to try out. You also have foreign buying happening right now. What about BDO? BDO, not a good sign yet. More bearish actions. We're still outside of the lower Bollinger Band. Ali, we talked about this. AC trying to stabilize here. Oh, nice. You know what? We're currently at a red candlestick. Okay, we ended the market yesterday, with a red candlestick, but your RSI is already starting to form a bullish divergence. There you have it. So I feel that we might move sideways here in the coming days. Okay, and then let's just use the 713 level or 713.50 level as our support. BPI, okay, don't feel good as well, because currently it is still respecting your MA20 level, wherein MA20 is currently acting as your resistance. Okay, and right here as well. So we might have a lower low before it moves up. Okay, where could it possibly bounce? Right here. Could be, yeah. Maybe let's check out wherever it is at right now and see if it will create a support in that level, because previously this was your resistance right here back in June. Okay, so let's pull that a little lower, but I'm not saying you can enter now because you want to see confirmation first. All right, so we're currently flatlining in the area, meaning, see that first point, you did a double bottom over here, and then your RSI is already forming a bullish divergence. So what we want to see in the coming days is at least a green candlestick to engulf this candlestick. Okay, February 3 candlestick. So let me just remove this so you don't get confused. Okay, so based on what we have seen, it started with this being a resistance. Okay, and because of that, we feel that it might stabilize first in this area. Second hint is that we've seen a bullish divergence here when we did a double bottom over here. So wait for a green candlestick to come out before we try it out. JFC is a good story for today. I forgot where I plotted this last week. Let me just verify. I need to watch my video. Okay, 191. Let's use that as our support at the moment. I feel that it will still like my previous like the previous stock. I feel that some people would take profit and then give us a chance right here and before it goes up again. Reason being is that this red candlestick that ended outside of the Bollinger Band needs to be engulfed in the next 3 days. At least day 2 or day 3 should be much higher than this. Only then can we say we now have a bounce. ICT, careful, very obvious right here. We're currently much higher and then now it's trying to rest. So maybe we can check out the previous resistance. Let us see if it will create a support right in that level. Otherwise, we'll check this area as well for the next possible area of focus. Okay, so those are the key areas to monitor. URC, I think, oh yeah, we didn't check this. Interesting, but I need to see a green candlestick first. So it could be a decision-making day tomorrow. If the price happens higher than, if movement happens higher than 144 level, that means we might see a bounce happening soon. But if it breaks this line tomorrow and most of the action happens below that, then that means downtrend is not over yet. Okay, we might trigger some more bearish actions. Mac. Oh yeah, we checked this. MPI, still trying to create stabilization. Well, I'm in for long term in MPI. I entered 3.23 the other day, so not yet ripe to take profit. We'll just wait here. It's still trying to stabilize. We're very near our support, and hopefully it does not break that. But again, I'm clear with my objective for MPI. I want to stay a little longer in this stock. JGS, we're done. Euro, see, my goodness, and it even triggered a much higher price. Oh my gosh. So I don't feel good when I see this, because when you have a price that looks like this, that would mean someone bought that at this level. I just hope that this person was able to cut his losses before it even reached this level. Okay, so now I have a feeling it will just go back to the MA20 level and then create a stabilization around that area, because for the longest time that is just the range of this price. Okay, Meralco is still triggering a lower band, so we're not 100% safe yet. We might have some more movements downwards. 38.90 for SMPH. SMPH might just stabilize. Let me just move this. Remove. Okay. SMPH might just stabilize at the area where it is at right now. Foreign buying is now happening for this stock, so I feel that it will just create sideways movement first in the coming days before it moves up. Okay, now let's check out Meg. Oh, be extra careful. I wonder what my insights were back, over the weekend for Meg. Anyway, oops, let's be extra careful for now. We will potentially have more movements uh, on a decline. Okay, and we don't know yet where it could potentially stop, but let me just go ahead and find out. Where could it be? Okay, let's remove this. Can't. Anyway, this is the area where we see. Okay, so the next possible area to monitor would be 3.45. Look at this level. All right, this area and this area as well. It's not that spot on, okay, but you know that that area slightly higher or slightly lower would be um, next possible area of bounce. Okay, thank you, Marco, for that heart. That really inspires us to continue this. Okay. Oh, so there's SMPH, PHA. I didn't notice this. PHA from Light Cup Melito. Okay. Okay, for PHA, I'd say. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Slightly lower than that is the. Okay, so we currently have a double bottom at this level, and your RSI is already showing signs of bullish divergence. So now, what's our action item here? At the moment, do not enter yet. You know why? We need to wait for that green candlestick to come out and validate this area of support that we are currently seeing. So the goal is for this 0.2977 to just sustain. If we break this, that's a different story. Okay. The reason why we feel that we might have some stabilization within the area is because when this price hits this level, your RSI is already giving us a bullish signal here. Yeah, the direction is now pointing upwards, so we might have a possible bounce right there. SPC. SPC is okay, notice this. Check this out. Just want to zoom in here. This one is slightly lower than this, right? But your RSI is already declining. And true enough, your RSI, your price has declined. But we do not know whether this the nearest support that we see here is going to sustain. Okay, so just monitor the 8.90 level. Make sure that the moment the price triggers the the MA20 line and attempts to break that, I'd say exit the trade, because there might be some more bearish signals in the coming days. Notice this is already a bit high. Okay, so overall the sentiment since July, it's already moving upwards. So I think that this stock might even rest. Even if you were to look at it in a long-term perspective here, let me just extend it here. Price was moving upwards here, but your RSI is also declining. That's why we might be facing a significant or noticeable decline in the coming days. Okay, if this yellow line gets broken. So Meg, we talked about it. Okay, so I think that is, well, do you have any additional request? Now let me just proceed with SM first. SM starting to show some light here. Okay. Over here. There, let's create a, what are you doing there? This is where we wanted to plot this. Okay, there you have it, around 971 level. Let's use that as our support. I feel that definitely the market will give you a chance within this range before it moves up. We're already in the oversold level as well. So the goal is this does not break. If you want to get in and you just merely want to trade, make sure to practice your stop loss levels, okay? But if you don't really mind, if this stock dips because you're a long-term investor, just go ahead and add more volume whenever you have the opportunity, okay? So very significant, obvious marks here. These area so used to be a resistance and then support right here. So I feel that this is a good spot to potentially bounce. Sec B for Marco. Oh no, I'd say use your buying power somewhere else for now, because we see that this stock will potentially dip and revisit your 162.51 level. Reason being is we saw uh, these areas as your possible support, and also here resistance over here. So these are your indicators there. So just watch out. See, let's wait for a possible reversal first. Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's 3:43 in the morning here in the Philippines. Okay. And yeah, I don't know what time it is in your area now. Okay. So I think that's a sign. The it's a sign that yeah, we need to sign out for now, and talk to you again tomorrow. Please join me. I have a feeling I might arrive at the same time again. I would normally start my shift around 3, around 4 in the afternoon. Whatever time I arrive in the office, I just count 9 hours and then I leave. So I might have the same shift again and might go home around the same hour. So, classmates, see you again. Oh, you're in UAE. Minus 4 hours. So it's still evening. Yeah. Okay, at least I have different classmates around this hour. Sometimes I get to do live at a much earlier time. So at least we're able to, talk to the different Pinoys around the globe. Pinoys from the US and Pinoys from the Middle East. It's nice to talk to you guys. Anyway, you have a great day ahead, or evening and afternoon or morning. I'll chat again with you tomorrow. Okay? Bye bye for now. Oh, Don Palube, 8:30 p.m. in Italy. Yep. So glad. Really, really excited. I hope I can visit your places soon. But I'll definitely let you know, guys, if I get to visit. So that's a long-term goal. Visit different places. Okay. Thanks, Prof. Miss JD. Wow. Prof like professor? No, I'm not. So this is just like a journal to me. We're all studying together, and let's, just share best practices. Okay. So see you. Talk to you again tomorrow. But bye-bye for now. Sorry to cut this short. Thanks for joining me. Bye.